All right, let's dive into Colorado Springs. It sounds like our listener is thinking about heading out that way and wants to make the most of their trip. We've got them covered, though, right?
Definitely.
We've been poring over this pretty in-depth tourist guide, and oh my gosh, there is so much to do there. I mean, we've got all the classic tourist attractions, but then also some pretty amazing hidden gems.
It's a really interesting mix. It's not just a typical mountain town, not just a city escape.
Right.
It's both, with a little something extra.
Totally. And that little something extra is what really caught my eye. Did you know that Colorado Springs has the only mountain zoo in America?
No way.
I know, right? Giraffes with a backdrop of the Rockies. Oh man, sign me up. I've got to get a picture of
Talk about a unique photo op.
that.
And speaking of unique, you can't beat the location.
Right.
Colorado Springs is nestled right at the base of Pikes Peak.
Oh, wow.
So you get this incredible contrast between rugged wilderness and bustling city life. It's quite a sight to see.
Okay, so that explains the variety of activity
Mhm.
that our guide keeps highlighting. One minute you could be scaling a 13,000-foot peak, the next you're strolling through an art district. I mean, it's kind of overwhelming, to be honest.
It can be. And that's where we come in, right? To help break it down.
That's right.
So maybe we should start with a few must-sees that really capture the spirit of Colorado Springs. What do you think?
Definitely.
Like Garden of the Gods, for
Well,
example.
yeah.
It's more than just a pretty park. It's home to Balance Rock,
Oh, right.
this gravity-defying rock formation that just seems to teeter on the edge of a cliff. Talk about a photographer's dream, especially at sunset.
Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. Our listener needs those little insider nuggets
Right.
to really elevate their trip. Okay, so we've got the dramatic Red Rocks, but no Colorado Springs experience is complete without a Pikes Peak adventure, right?
Sure.
And the guide mentions this historic summit house, and I have to admit, those donuts they describe sound pretty tempting.
Oh, the donuts are legendary. But getting to the top is an adventure in itself.
Right.
You can drive up, of course, which is probably the easiest option. Get those panoramic views along the way. But for those seeking a real challenge, the Bar Trail is a classic Pikes Peak hike.
Wow.
Definitely not for the faint of heart.
I can only imagine the sense of accomplishment when you finally reach the top on foot.
It's something else.
Yeah. Okay, but switching gears for a second. Let's talk about that mountain zoo. What stood out to you from the guide about the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo?
Well, they mentioned this really unforgettable experience. It's not just about the animals themselves.
Okay.
Imagine hand-feeding giraffes with a stunning mountain vista as your backdrop.
Oh, wow.
You won't find that anywhere else.
Yeah.
It's a truly unique blend of a wildlife encounter and breathtaking scenery.
Okay, stop. I'm sold. That alone is worth the trip.
Right.
But hold on, we're jumping from modern day wonders to ancient history now. What about these Manitou cliff dwellings?
They're amazing. They're a real testament to the ingenuity and resilience of the ancestral Pueblones who inhabited the region centuries ago. And what's remarkable is how well preserved the dwellings are. You can actually walk through them and see how they lived, which is pretty remarkable.
Wow, talk about a history lesson come to life. Okay, so it sounds like Colorado Springs has something for everyone, from, adrenaline junkies to history buffs. But let's be real, the main draw is the great outdoors.
It is a big draw.
This guide is packed with hiking trails.
Colorado Springs is an outdoor lover's paradise. And yeah, they have trails for every fitness level.
Okay, good, good.
If you're looking for a leisurely stroll with Red Rock views, Red Rock Canyon Open Space has some great beginner-friendly loops.
Okay.
On the other end of the spectrum, you have the Bar Trail, which, as we mentioned, is a challenging but rewarding climb to the summit of Pikes Peak.
Oh my gosh, okay. And it's not just hiking, right? What about rock climbing? Our
Okay.
listener is an avid climber and
Okay.
wants to know where to get their fix.
Well, for starters, Garden of the Gods is a climber's playground. It has routes for all skill levels, from beginner-friendly climbs to challenging ascents that'll test even the most seasoned climbers.
Wow.
And for the truly adventurous, Pikes Peak itself offers some really serious rock climbing opportunities.
Oh my gosh. Talk about pushing your limits. Okay, but for those seeking a different kind of thrill, what about whitewater rafting? The guide mentions the Arkansas River.
Oh yeah, the Arkansas River is known for its whitewater rapids,
Okay,
and Colorado Springs is a perfect starting point for rafting adventures.
perfect.
Whether you're a seasoned rafter or a first-timer, there are guided tours for every skill level.
That's good, that's good. Okay, so we've covered the thrill seekers. What about those who prefer something a little more laid back? The guide also highlights biking as a great way to explore Colorado Springs.
Oh yeah, biking is huge there, and for good reason. They have miles of scenic bike paths, including the Pikes Peak Greenway Trail. It winds its way along Fountain Creek, offering stunning views of the mountains and plenty of spots to stop for a picnic or just soak in the scenery.
Oh, that sounds lovely. So, whether you're scaling a mountain or cruising along a creek, there's an outdoor adventure waiting
Mm-hmm.
in Colorado Springs. But let's be honest, no vacation is complete without some good old-fashioned family fun.
Absolutely.
Our listener wants to know what's out there beyond the usual tourist traps.
Well, let's start with museums.
Hmm.
Colorado Springs has some really engaging museums that are perfect for families, like the Pioneers Museum, for instance.
Okay.
It has interactive exhibits that bring local history to life. Kids can actually try on pioneer clothing, pan for gold, and learn about the challenges of frontier life.
Oh, wow.
It's a great way to make history come alive for them.
Okay, that sounds way more engaging than your typical stuffy museum. And for the space enthusiast in the family.
Well, the Space Foundation Discovery Center is a must-visit.
Okay.
It's full of interactive exhibits that spark curiosity about space exploration, from astronaut training simulators to a mock-up of the International Space Station.
Oh, that's so cool. I'm already picturing wide-eyed kids soaking it all in. And let's not forget those classic amusement parks and arcades, right?
Oh, right.
The guide mentions a few options.
For classic amusement park thrills, there's Name of Amusement Park. It's a great option for families with kids of all ages. And for a dose of nostalgia, the Manitou Penny Arcade is a blast from the past. It's packed with vintage arcade games, pinball machines, and even a few skee-ball lanes.
I can practically hear the sounds of those old-school arcade games now.
Me too.
But let's not forget the natural wonders that make Colorado Springs so special.
Right.
The guide highlights some nature centers that sound perfect for family outings.
Absolutely. Places like Fountain Creek Nature Center and Bear Creek Nature Center offer the perfect blend of education and outdoor exploration. They have interactive exhibits, nature trails, and guided programs where kids can learn about local wildlife, plants, and ecosystems. It's a great way to get them excited about nature.
Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, so we've got museums, amusement parks, nature centers. It sounds like Colorado Springs has endless options for family fun.
It really does.
But what about seasonal events?
Oh, yeah.
Our listener wants to make sure they don't miss out on any local festivities.
Well, no matter what time of year you visit, Colorado Springs has something going on. They have harvest festivals in the fall, magical holiday events in the winter, springtime flower shows, summer concerts in the park. It's like the city itself is in a constant state of celebration.
I love it. Okay, but amidst all the fun and excitement, we can't forget the rich history and culture that shaped the identity of Colorado Springs. Where should history buffs head first?
Well, the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Museum is a must-visit. And it's not just for sports fans.
Oh, okay.
It tells the inspiring stories of Olympians and Paralympians, showcases iconic artifacts, and explores the impact of the Olympic movement on society. It's really well done.
And the building itself is impressive too, right? I've seen pictures. It's an architectural marvel.
It is. The museum's design is inspired by the motion and energy of athletes. It's truly a sight to behold.
Okay, noted. But what about those hidden historical gems? The places that might not be on the typical tourist radar? What about Manitou Springs?
Oh, Manitou Springs is a charming historic town just a short drive from Colorado Springs.
Okay.
It's known for its healing mineral springs, some of which have been attracting visitors for centuries.
Oh, wow.
You can actually sample the different mineral waters, which each have their own unique taste and purported health benefits.
Wait, so I can literally drink history. Sign me up. But hold on, we've got another historic district on our list. What about Old Colorado City?
Old Colorado City is a fascinating blend of history, art, and outdoor recreation. It has beautifully preserved buildings from the late 1800s, art galleries showcasing local talent, and easy access to hiking and biking trails in the foothills.
Oh, nice.
It's a great place to wander and soak up the atmosphere of a bygone era.
Okay, so we've explored the iconic parks and the hidden historical gems, but what about those lesser-known natural wonders?
Oh, yeah.
Our listener wants to get off the beaten path and discover those secluded spots that even locals might not know about.
Well, one place that comes to mind is Red Rock Canyon Open Space. It's often overshadowed by its more famous neighbor, Garden of the Gods.
Right.
But it offers this really unique blend of history and nature.
Interesting.
You'll find stunning red rock formations, of course,
Of course.
but also remnants of historic homesteads and trails that lead to panoramic viewpoints.
Ooh, a hidden gem with historical significance.
Exactly.
That's right up our alley. But what about those jaw-dropping 7 falls? The guide describes a series of cascading waterfalls that sound absolutely breathtaking.
They are truly a sight to behold, carved by nature over thousands of years. You can hike to the top of the falls for panoramic views,
Oh, wow.
or take an elevator if you prefer a more accessible experience.
Okay.
And for the adventurous, they even offer zip lining and Via Ferrata climbs, which is a protected climbing route built into the rock face.
Oh, okay. That sounds incredible. Ziplining past a waterfall. Sign me up. But hold on, there's more.
There's always more.
The guide also mentions the North Slope Recreation Area, and I have to admit, I haven't heard much about it. What makes it special?
The North Slope Recreation Area is a local favorite, offering a diverse landscape of forests, meadows, and canyons with trails for hiking, biking, and horseback riding.
Okay.
It's also rich in history,
Oh.
with remnants of the Ute Pass Trail, which was used by Native Americans and early settlers, and the historic Blodgett Peak open space, which has stunning views of the city and the Front Range.
Oh, wow. So much history woven into those trails.
You really get a sense of the past there.
It sounds like a perfect place to reconnect with nature and reflect.
It is.
And last but not least, we have Palmer Park, another place that seems to offer a little bit of everything.
Palmer Park is another great option, kind of a hidden gem. It has this really diverse landscape, sandstone formations, pine forests, wide open meadows. There are miles of trails for hiking, biking, horseback riding. You can even find a few rock climbing spots tucked away.
Okay.
Plus, the views from the top of the park are simply breathtaking. You can see for miles.
All right, I'm officially exhausted just thinking about all the outdoor adventures Colorado Springs has to offer, but all this exploring is making me hungry.
Me too.
Let's talk food. This guy describes Colorado Springs as a foodie's paradise, and they even named a few standout restaurants.
What's interesting is that Colorado Springs has really embraced the farm-to-table movement in a big way.
Okay.
They have a thriving agricultural scene with local farms providing fresh, seasonal ingredients to many of the city's restaurants. And one place that really stood out to me in the guide is the Rabbit Hole.
Oh, yes, the rabbit hole. The guide raved about it.
It sounds amazing.
What is it about their approach to farm to table that makes them so special?
They have this really unique concept where their menu changes daily based on what's fresh and in season.
Oh, wow.
They even have their own urban farm where they grow some of their produce.
That's commitment.
It's a real testament to their commitment to sustainability and supporting local farmers.
Okay, so we've got fresh, local, and seasonal covered, but it's not just farm to table, right? This guide also mentioned a diverse international food scene
does.
in Colorado Springs. What can our listener expect to find?
Oh, you'll find everything from authentic Mexican taquerias to cozy Italian trattorias and flavorful Thai kitchens. Colorado Springs really embraces diversity, and that's reflected in its culinary landscape.
Oh, that's wonderful. And we can't forget about Colorado's craft brewing scene. I'm guessing Colorado Springs has its fair share of breweries to explore.
Oh, absolutely. Colorado Springs is a craft beer lover's dream come true.
Well, I can imagine.
You'll find breweries of all sizes, from small, independent operations to larger, more established names. They offer tours, tastings, and of course, a wide variety of delicious brews to sample.
And let's not forget those vibrant farmers markets. They're a great way to experience local flavors and support local businesses. What stood out to you about the farmers markets in Colorado Springs?
You know, they're more than just places to buy produce. They're community gathering spots full of energy and a sense of connection. You'll find local farmers selling their freshest fruits and vegetables, artisans showcasing their crafts, and musicians providing live entertainment. It's a whole experience.
Okay, so fresh food, local crafts, live music, it sounds like a sensory feast. But what about those unique dining experiences? This guide hinted at some pretty interesting options.
If you're looking for something a little different, Colorado Springs has some fun and quirky dining experiences to offer.
Oh,
Like the Melting Pot, for instance. It's a fondue restaurant that's perfect for a romantic dinner or a fun night out with friends.
fondue.
And for a taste of the past, there are a few speakeasies tucked away in historic buildings, serving up classic cocktails in a vintage setting.
Okay, that sounds like my kind of night out.
Right.
Speakeasies and fondue. Colorado Springs is full of surprises.
But it is.
But after all that delicious food, we're gonna need some serious relaxation. Time to dive into the world of wellness and spa retreats.
Colorado Springs is the perfect place to unwind and recharge,
Right.
and they have a spa for every taste and budget. If you're looking for pure luxury, the spa at the Cliff House is a must-visit.
Oh, yes. The guide mentioned their signature treatment, the Rocky Mountain Stone Massage. It uses stones that are heated by the sun, which sounds amazing.
Ah.
What else can you tell us about the spa?
It's a full-service spa with a wide range of treatments, from massages and facials to body wraps and hydrotherapy. Plus, the views from the spa are absolutely breathtaking. You can relax in the outdoor pool or jacuzzi while soaking in the mountain scenery.
Okay, that sounds incredible. But what if our listener is looking for something a little more holistic?
Well, for a more holistic approach to wellness, Miramont Lifestyle Fitness is a great option.
Okay.
They have a fitness center, a spa, and a variety of wellness programs, including yoga, meditation, and nutrition counseling.
And for a more intimate, organic experience?
Blue Sage Spa is a local favorite,
Okay.
known for their use of natural organic products and their tranquil atmosphere.
Okay.
They offer a variety of massage therapies, facials, and body treatments, all designed to promote relaxation and rejuvenation.
Okay, so we've got luxury, holistic, and organic covered. But what about something that combines wellness with the incredible natural beauty of Colorado Springs?
Well, Colorado Springs has a fantastic selection of yoga and meditation retreats.
Oh, nice.
Imagine starting your day with sunrise yoga on a mountaintop, followed by a hike through breathtaking trails, and ending with a meditation session under the stars.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that sounds amazing. Do these retreats usually include meals? I'm picturing delicious, healthy food that complements the whole experience.
You're right on track. Most retreats offer healthy, often farm-to-table meals, and some even include workshops on mindfulness and meditation. It's truly a chance to nourish your mind, body, and soul.
And speaking of nourishing the soul, what about nature therapy and outdoor wellness activities? I feel like Colorado Springs is the perfect setting for that kind of experience.
It absolutely is. Just being in nature in Colorado Springs can be therapeutic. But there are also organized nature therapy sessions, things like forest bathing, yoga among wildflowers, or meditation by a creek.
So basically, you're saying I can find my zen surrounded by breathtaking scenery. Sign me up.
Exactly. And don't forget about the seasonal events and festivals that often tie into wellness and nature. Things like fitness challenges, wellness fairs, and outdoor festivals that promote healthy living.
Okay, I'm feeling relaxed and rejuvenated already. But Colorado Springs isn't just about peace and quiet, right? We need to talk about those unique festivals and events that make this city so vibrant.
Let's do it. Colorado Springs has a festival for just about everything, but one that really stands out is the Colorado Springs Labor Day Liftoff. Imagine hundreds of hot air balloons filling the sky. It's truly a sight to behold.
Oh, I've seen pictures. That looks incredible. And it's not just about the balloons, right? There's music, food, and family fun too.
Exactly. It's a massive community event that everyone looks forward to.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of community, you've got to check out the art walks.
Oh, yeah?
The first Friday Art Walk in downtown Colorado Springs is a great way to experience the local art scene.
Oh, I bet. And what about holiday events? I'm picturing something magical with snow-capped mountains in the background.
Well, you've got the Festival of Lights Parade for that winter wonderland vibe.
Oh, nice.
Plus, plenty of outdoor fun like snowshoeing and skiing.
Don't forget the music scene. I bet there's some amazing outdoor concerts in the summer.
Oh, absolutely. Colorado Springs has a thriving music scene, concerts and festivals showcasing all sorts of genres. You'll find everything from local bands to big-name acts.
Okay, so we've got festivals, art walks, music. Now let's talk about the Colorado Springs art and culture scene in a little more depth. What are some of the must-visit spots for art lovers?
Colorado Springs Fine Arts Center is a must.
Okay.
It's a multifaceted venue with art galleries, a theater, and even a museum. They have a fantastic collection of American art, particularly Southwestern art, and they host some really interesting exhibitions throughout the year.
Yes. And I've heard they do incredible theater productions too. But what about those smaller, more intimate galleries? I love discovering hidden artistic gems.
Well, the Manitou Art Center is a great option. It's very community-focused with a lot of emphasis on local artists and showcasing a variety of mediums, from painting and sculpture to ceramics and fiber arts.
And for a more diverse range of art.
You've got the Kinetic Art Gallery, which is known for its eclectic collection of contemporary art, often with a focus on kinetic sculptures and interactive installations. And then there's the Colorado Springs Arts and Culture Center, which showcases a wide range of artistic expressions, including visual arts, performing arts, and literary arts.
Oh, wow.
They have a large gallery space, a black box theater, and they host a variety of events and workshops throughout the year.
Okay, so galleries galore. But let's not forget about the art that's woven into the fabric of the city itself.
You're talking about public art installations. Colorado Springs has some really cool ones. Sculpture in the Park is a great example. It's a series of sculptures placed throughout various parks in the city, and they're designed to be interactive and fun for families. They even have a map you can follow to find them all.
I love that. It's like art meets playground.
Exactly.
But public art isn't just for parks, right?
Not at all. You'll find murals, sculptures, and installations all over the city, reflecting the local culture and history.
Oh, that's neat. It's like a treasure hunt, discovering these artistic expressions as you explore. Okay, I'm taking notes. Now, let's shift gears again and talk about something a little more extreme. Colorado Springs is known for its adventure sports and thrilling experiences, right? Tell me about the zip lining and aerial adventures.
Get ready for an adrenaline rush. Colorado Springs has some incredible ziplining and aerial adventure parks.
Oh, wow.
Imagine soaring through the air with those breathtaking mountain views as your backdrop.
Okay, I'm already picturing myself flying through the trees. Are there options for families, or is this more for the hardcore adventurers?
There are definitely family-friendly options. Many zipline courses have different levels, so you can choose one that's appropriate for your group. Some even have age-appropriate sections for younger kids.
And for those who want to really test their limits.
You've got aerial adventure parks, obstacle courses, rope bridges, and all sorts of challenges suspended high above the ground.
Oh my gosh.
It's a great way to get your heart pumping and enjoy the scenery from a different perspective.
Speaking of getting the heart pumping, we can't forget about whitewater rafting. The Arkansas River is calling.
Oh, the Arkansas River is a whitewater rafting paradise.
Nice.
There are rapids for all skill levels, so you can choose an experience that's right for you. Plus, the scenery along the river is just incredible.
Okay, so we've got zip lining, aerial adventures, and whitewater rafting. But surely there's more. We need to up the ante.
Well, for the ultimate adrenaline junkies, Colorado Springs offers paragliding and skydiving.
What?
Imagine soaring above Pikes Peak or free-falling with those incredible mountain views as your backdrop.
That's next level thrill seeking right there.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to ask, are these options for beginners or do you need to be a pro?
Don't worry, you don't need to be an expert. Tandem flights with certified instructors are available for both paragliding and skydiving, so you can experience the thrill safely and enjoy those amazing views.
Okay, I'm adding that to my bucket list. Now, for those of us who prefer to keep our feet on the ground, but still crave adventure, tell me about the off-roading opportunities.
Colorado Springs is an off-roading paradise. There are miles and miles of trails to explore, from challenging rock crawling to scenic drives through forests and meadows.
And what about rentals? I'm assuming you can rent off-road vehicles in the area.
Absolutely. You can rent everything from Jeeps and ATVs to dune buggies, depending on the type of adventure you're seeking.
And for those of us who want a little guidance, are there guided tours?
There are plenty of guided tours available. Many will take you to hidden gems and scenic spots that you might not find on your own. Plus, you get the added benefit of a knowledgeable guide who can share information about the area's history, ecology, and geology.
Okay, so much adventure. But let's not forget about our furry friends. Colorado Springs is incredibly pet-friendly, right?
Colorado Springs loves pets.
Good.
You'll find dog parks all over the city,
Awesome.
like Bear Creek Dog Park,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is huge and has separate areas for large and small dogs, agility equipment, and even a pond for swimming.
Yes, and I hear the Garden of the Gods is great for leashed walks. Stunning views for both you and your furry friend.
It is. And for a mix of history and nature, you can't beat Palmer Park.
Oh, yeah.
They have designated dog-friendly areas and miles of trails to explore.
So many options, but a dog can't live on walks alone. What about pet-friendly restaurants and cafes? I'm imagining patios with mountain views where I can enjoy a meal with my pup.
You've got it. Colorado Springs has a fantastic selection of pet-friendly restaurants and cafes.
Okay, good.
Many have patios. Some even offer special pet menus.
Wait, pet menus? That's amazing. I'm already picturing my dog enjoying a gourmet treat while I savor my meal.
It's the perfect way to enjoy a meal out without leaving your furry friend behind.
Totally. And speaking of pet-friendly, let's not forget about accommodations.
Oh, right.
Finding pet-friendly accommodations can be a challenge when you travel,
Man,
but I have a feeling Colorado Springs has us covered.
they do. There are plenty of hotels, motels, and vacation rentals that welcome pets. Many offer amenities like dog beds, treats, and even designated pet areas.
That's fantastic. So I can enjoy all the amazing things Colorado Springs has to offer without worrying about leaving my furry friend behind. But what about events and activities specifically designed for pets and their owners?
Colorado Springs has those too. You'll find everything from dog-friendly outdoor movie nights to community gatherings and festivals that celebrate pets.
I'm picturing a dog parade through the Garden of the Gods. Now that would be a sight to see. But wait, there's more. Colorado Springs even has events specifically for pets, right? Not just pet-friendly versions of human
You're
events.
right. They have events like the Colorado Springs Pet Expo, which brings together local businesses, pet services, and animal rescue organizations.
Oh, cool.
It's a great way to learn about pet care, find new products, and even adopt a furry friend.
All right, this deep dive is proving just how amazing and diverse Colorado Springs is.
It is.
But before we get too carried away, I think we need to pause here and let all this information sink in for our listener.
Good idea. We've covered a lot of ground, from mountain peaks to pet-friendly patios.
Exactly. But don't worry, we'll be back in a flash to continue our exploration of Colorado Springs. So grab a drink, stretch your legs, and get ready for more adventure.
Sounds good.
Welcome back. I don't know about you, but after that last segment, I'm ready to book a ticket to Colorado Springs, like right now.
I know, right?
It sounds amazing. But before we completely lose ourselves in all the incredible things to do there, I think it's time we addressed the practical side of planning a trip.
Absolutely. We've thrown a lot of attractions your way, but getting around a new city can be a challenge in itself. Luckily, Colorado Springs offers a variety of transportation options to fit your style.
Okay, good, good. So let's start with the basics. If I'm picturing Colorado Springs correctly, with its sprawling mountain landscape and charming historic districts, a car seems like the most practical choice, right?
You're right. Having your own vehicle definitely gives you the freedom to explore at your own pace,
Mm.
especially if you're planning on venturing out to those more remote hiking trails or scenic drives.
Right, or those hidden gems we talked about.
Exactly.
That makes sense. But what about those of us who prefer to leave the driving to someone else? Is public transportation a viable option in Colorado Springs?
Absolutely. Colorado Springs has a surprisingly robust public transportation system called Mountain Metro Transit. Their bus routes connect all the major destinations, including downtown, the airport, popular attractions, and even some of the trailheads we discussed.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you could theoretically get around without a car.
You could.
But let's be real, we're in a city surrounded by mountains with those incredible bike paths weaving through the landscape. I'm guessing two wheels are a pretty popular mode of transport, too.
You bet. Colorado Springs is a cyclist's paradise. You'll see people biking everywhere, from leisurely rides along Fountain Creek to challenging climbs up those winding mountain roads.
Speaking of those bike paths, the Pikes Peak Greenway Trail keeps popping up in our guide. What makes it so special?
Well, for starters, it's not just a bike path. It's a 16-mile multi-use trail that connects various parks, neighborhoods, and natural areas throughout Colorado Springs. It follows the path of Fountain Creek, offering stunning views of the Front Range. And it's designed for all skill levels.
So, whether you're a seasoned cyclist or just looking for a scenic cruise, the Greenway Trail has something to offer.
Definitely.
Okay, two wheels, four wheels. But what about those of us who just want to kick back and enjoy the ride? Taxes, ride sharing.
Both are readily available and fairly affordable. They're especially convenient if you're planning on exploring the downtown nightlife or attending a show,
Right.
or just want to avoid the hassle of parking.
All right, transportation, sorted. Now that we've covered the practicalities, let's get back to the heart of this deep dive. We've explored a lot of what Colorado Springs has to offer, but I think it's time to ask the big question, what makes this city so special? What will our listener remember long after their trip?
As I was going through the guide, one thing that really struck me was this palpable sense of possibility that permeates Colorado Springs.
Okay?
It's a city where you can be hiking in pristine wilderness one minute and exploring world-class museums the next.
That's a great observation. It's almost like the city itself encourages you to push your boundaries, whether that's physically on a mountain trail or intellectually in a museum or art gallery.
Exactly. And underneath it all, there's this genuine warmth and welcoming spirit, both from the locals and the city itself. You feel it in those vibrant farmers markets, in the cozy cafes, in the way people greet you on the street.
So it's a city that embraces you.
It really is.
And that's the magic of Colorado Springs, right? It's a place that inspires, rejuvenates, and challenges you in the best possible way.
Beautifully said. This deep dive is really just a starting point. Now it's up to our listener to discover what speaks to their heart, to create their own Colorado Springs story.
Absolutely. We've provided the tools and inspiration. Now it's time for our listener to take the reins and chart their own course. But before they do, we need to make sure they're equipped with all the necessary resources.
Excellent point. We've only scratched the surface, really. To help you continue your planning, we've gathered links to all the sources we used for this deep dive, including that comprehensive tourist guide. You'll find those in the show notes.
That's right. So, whether you want to book a stay at a pet friendly hotel, reserve your spot on a whitewater rafting trip, or check out the menus at those farm to table restaurants we talked about, all the information is just a click away.
Remember, planning is part of the fun, so take your time, explore the possibilities, and let your imagination run wild as you craft your perfect Colorado Springs adventure.
Okay, we've officially equipped our listener with a treasure trove of information and inspiration. But as always, we want to leave you with a final thought, something to ponder as you dream of majestic mountains, endless adventures, and those delicious donuts at the top of Pikes Peak.
There's something truly fascinating about Colorado Springs. It has this long history of attracting visionaries, artists, entrepreneurs, those who look at the world and see things a little differently.
You're right. There's this palpable creative energy that seems to flow through the city, inspiring people to think bigger, to push boundaries, and to embrace new possibilities.
Exactly. And it makes you wonder, doesn't it? What is it about this place that sparks such innovation and creativity?
That's the beauty of it, isn't it? It's a question that invites exploration, a mystery waiting to be unraveled. So, to our listener, we ask, what will your Colorado Springs story be? What will you discover, create, or experience in this city that calls to the dreamer in all of us?
We can't wait to hear about it.
Yeah.
But before we sign off, there's one more question we need to address, a question that comes up a lot when planning a trip to Colorado Springs. What's the best time to visit?
Ah, the age-old question. And as always, the answer is, it depends.
Right.
Colorado Springs is truly a year-round destination,
hmm
each season offering a unique perspective on the city's beauty and charm.
If you're looking for mild temperatures and blooming wildflowers, spring is a magical time to visit. Imagine hiking through Garden of the Gods with those vibrant colors popping against the red rocks,
Oh, yeah.
or strolling through Manitou Springs as the trees come alive with fresh green leaves.
Okay, spring sounds idyllic, but I'm guessing summer is when Colorado Springs truly comes alive.
It is a popular time to visit.
The guide mentioned all those outdoor festivals and activities.
Summer is definitely peak season, with long, sunny days that are perfect for hiking, biking, whitewater rafting, and all those other outdoor adventures we talked about. Plus, the city is buzzing with energy, with festivals, concerts, and events happening almost every weekend.
So, plenty of action and excitement in the summer, but what about fall? I have a weakness for those golden aspen trees, and I can only imagine how breathtaking those mountains look with a dusting of autumn colors.
You won't be disappointed. Fall in Colorado Springs is truly spectacular. The air is crisp and cool, perfect for hiking and exploring. And the aspen trees turn this brilliant shade of gold, creating a stunning contrast against the evergreen forests and blue skies.
Okay, spring, summer, fall, all incredible options. But I've heard Colorado winters are something special too. What can you tell us about that snow globe magic and those cozy winter vibes?
Winter in Colorado Springs transforms the city into a winter wonderland. The mountains are covered in snow, perfect for skiing, snowboarding, and snowshoeing. And the city itself takes on this festive charm with twinkling lights, holiday markets, and the aroma of hot cocoa filling the air.
So, no matter what time of year you visit, Colorado Springs has something incredible to offer. It's truly a city for all seasons, with a unique blend of adventure, history, culture, and natural beauty that captivates the senses and nourishes the soul.
Beautifully said. And remember, we've only scratched the surface. This deep dive has been a glimpse into the heart and soul of Colorado Springs, a city that beckons exploration and invites you to discover your own personal connection to this incredible place.
That's right. So, whether you're drawn to the thrill of outdoor adventures, the serenity of nature, the charm of historic districts, or the vibrant energy of the city itself, Colorado Springs has something waiting to be discovered. Okay, I don't know about you, but after that last segment, I am feeling that pull of the mountains, that sense of journey that you described. That's what makes travel so addictive for me.
It really is. It's the feeling of stepping outside your comfort zone, embracing the unknown, and allowing yourself to be transformed by the experience.
Yeah, and Colorado Springs just seems to be a place that really amplifies that transformation. It's not just about, checking things off a list, but it's about really connecting with the energy of the place, the history, the nature, the people.
As we were talking about the best time to visit Colorado Springs, one thing that really stood out to me in the guide is how it emphasized that it's not just about the season you choose,
Right.
it's about aligning your intentions with the energy of that season.
Ooh, I like that. So
Yeah.
it's not just about spring wildflowers or fall foliage, it's about tapping into the deeper meaning behind those seasons.
Exactly.
Tell me more.
Well, for example, springtime in Colorado Springs is all about renewal, rebirth, a sense of fresh beginnings.
Okay.
It's a perfect time to visit if you're looking to reconnect with nature, to shed old habits, and to embrace new possibilities.
Okay, so spring is about embracing new beginnings. What about summer? I'm guessing that's when the energy is at its most vibrant, most extroverted.
Absolutely. Summer in Colorado Springs is all about adventure, celebration, and soaking up the energy of the sun. It's the perfect time to challenge yourself physically, to explore those mountain trails, to try new activities, and to just revel in the joy of being alive.
And what about fall? I'm picturing a more introspective energy, a time for reflection and gratitude.
You're right on track. Fall in Colorado Springs is a time to slow down, to appreciate the beauty of nature's transition, and to reflect on the year that's passed. It's the perfect time to hike through those golden aspen groves, to savor a cup of hot cocoa in a cozy cafe, and to just soak up the tranquility of the mountains.
So spring is for new beginnings, summer is for adventure, and fall is for reflection. What about winter? What energy does that season embody in Colorado Springs?
Winter in Colorado Springs is a time for stillness, for introspection, and for connecting with the magic of the season. It's a time to embrace the coziness of a warm fire, to marvel at the beauty of a snow-covered landscape, and to find peace and serenity amidst the stillness of nature.
Okay, I am officially in awe of how Colorado Springs seems to embody the full spectrum of human experience, reflecting the energy of each season in such a profound way.
It's truly remarkable, and it speaks to the power of place to shape our moods, our perceptions, and even our sense of self.
Well said. But as much as we'd love to stay lost in this Colorado Springs reverie, I think it's time to bring our deep dive to a close.
Agreed. We've explored the highlights, uncovered those hidden gems, and hopefully sparked a sense of wonder and excitement in our listener.
Exactly. Now it's up to you to take the reins, to explore those resources we've provided, and to create your own unique Colorado Springs adventure.
Remember, this is just the beginning. Let your curiosity guide you, embrace the unexpected, and allow yourself to be transformed by the magic of Colorado Springs.
And who knows, maybe along the way you'll discover something new, not just about this incredible place, but about yourself as well.
Happy travels, everyone.